Did you know that he raised money for people? You decided upon yourself. You know that he works in the church. So you've been observing this man. That's why I say you have to be careful. You never know who's watching you.
I want to get help. I actually just recently
Yeah, you need some help.
She needs to go to church.
Excuse me. You're gonna die. And these people believed you. If I had my way, I'll put you in jail right now. You get yourself together. You liar. You're a liar.
Cajun court, take one.
You're out of control. Zip your lips. That's right. Zip your lips. Zip it. Zip a plate, please.
Cajun court didn't hit you with a justice jacket. I see the
It's like you're a real liar. In Louisiana, we say, show me something. You all are in Justice Jackie's court. Judgment for the plaintiff. Drugs. If I had my way, I'll put you in jail right now. Wait, hold up. And you will be casting this judgment for the people, by by Justice Jackie.
Cameras up. Cajun court, take one.
Action.
Did you know that he raised money for people? You decided upon yourself. You know that he works in the church. So you've been observing this man. That's why I say you have to be careful. You never know who's watching you.
I want to get help. I actually just recently
Yeah, you need some help.
She needs to go to church.
Excuse me. You're gonna die. And these people believed you. If I had my way, I'll put you in jail right now. You get yourself together. You liar. You're a liar.
Cajun court, take one.
The plaintiff is suing for fraud, claiming that the defendant faked terminal cancer, and in doing so, she defrauded him, his church congregation, and other community organizations out of $10,000. The plaintiff is seeking damages and legitimate responsibility from the defendant. The defendant says she knows she's in the wrong, but she blames her concerning behavior on shopping and gambling addiction problems. After knowingly defrauding her own community, the defendant went out on a shopping and gambling spree and now finds herself once again destitute and at the mercy of Cajun Court TV.
This is case number 261, fraud.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Jimmy? So plaintiff, you gathered some information here, read your complaint, and you're suing the defendant for $5,000. I understand that you have raised some money as a result of her disease.
Yes, ma'am.
She's ill. You have a group of people who
Yes, ma'am.
had some fundraisers
Yes, ma'am.
for her. Can you tell me what's going on?
Yes, ma'am. My church, and along with several neighborhood organizations, had just come off of a fundraising event to replace a house that had burnt for a family of 8. And I was checking my mail along with the defendant, and she was down there, and she had opened her mail up, and she was hysterical. And I inquired.
Hysterical? What was?
Well, she was reading something. It seemed like some envelope in a letter. And as I was getting my mail at this community mailbox in our apartments, she had read something. It was hysterical, and I inquired if I could help, or if I could be any assistance or anything. And she explained to me in detail how she had some type of terminal disease, and she didn't have insurance or didn't have the money to pay for it, and she only had a few months to live according to the letter.
Do you know the defendant?
No, ma'am. I've seen her in the complex for about a year and a half.
Does she know you?
No, ma'am. Not to my knowledge.
Now, you mentioned you do fundraisers?
Yes, ma'am. I do. Well, I myself, I spearhead a lot of the fundraising in the community, in the city. We help displaced families, people like her case with needs help with medical bills and food. We run a food pantry.
Does the defendant know you're actively involved with helping people?
I have no idea of that, ma'am. I don't know whether she's not a member of our church. I haven't seen her at our church or anything.
Now, how long have you lived in this apartment complex?
Oh, I've lived there for 8 years.
And you know how long the defendant has lived there?
No, ma'am. I've only been seeing her around for about a year and a half.
So you don't know her?
No, ma'am. I don't personally know her. No, ma'am.
You're looking pretty suspicious over there. Tell me what's going on with you.
I have a problem with impulse shopping and gambling, and I know what I did was wrong. And I'm very sorry for taking money from your church.
You have a gambling problem?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what about this tumor?
I have a. It's
Ma'am, you're
Yes, ma'am.
slow. What about the letters? Did you have, was the letter real?
No, ma'am.
So you mean you took this gentleman here? Do you know him?
I've seen him around where we live.
Did you know that he raised money for people?
Yes, ma'am.
You decided upon yourself. You know that he works in the church. Where do you live?
We live in the same apartment complex.
How long have you lived there?
About a year and a half.
How long?
About a year and a half, ma'am.
So you've been observing this man. That's why I say you have to be careful. You never know who's watching you.
Ma'am, I know what I did was wrong, and I'm very sorry. And I actually tried to reach out to him and to apologize before we came, but I guess because of the coming here, we weren't allowed to speak. But I know what I did was wrong, and I'm very sorry. I want to get help. I actually just recently
Wait a minute. Let me ask you some questions. Yeah, you need some help.
I know.
You generated letters, did you not?
Yes, ma'am.
That you were going to die. And these people believed you. And they gave you $10,000. If I had my way, I'd put you in jail right now. Did you put in the money in?
$1,500 right off the bat off my personal funds. She needed that operation quickly.
Where's the $10,000?
I spent it.
On what?
Have you maxed out your credit cards? Do you have overdue loans and high interest rates? Do you want a better credit rating? There's only one thing to do. Turn to the professionals at Shreveport Federal. Your credit rating may be less than perfect, but we'll help you get back on track. I am Helen Godfrey Smith, President CEO of Shreveport Federal Credit Union, where we do it all just for you.
The intelligent all-new Audi A4 is here. Experience the all-new Audi A4 at your local dealer.
Moffett Audi, Bossier City.
Brighten your home with beautiful lighting from House of Carpets and Lighting. Indoor and outdoor ceiling fans, exterior lighting, and home accessories. House of Carpets and Lighting has it all. Visit House of Carpets and Lighting, Uri Drive in Pennsylvania in Shreveport.
Take your taste to France. Take your taste to a different place.
Frank's features wood-fired pizzas with the freshest ingredients, but there's so much more. Begin with a craft-made cocktail and an heirloom tomato caprese. You'll love our pasta bolognese or the Vino Rosso burger, cooked in the wood-fired oven. Top it all off with a dessert like the French lemon tart.
Take your taste to France. Take your taste to a different place.
She was hysterical, and because of her action, you decided you wanted to help her.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am.
give me a little bit more specifics.
As she was reading the letter, I was getting my mail, and I could tell, kind of just, notice me and her was the only ones there, that whatever she was reading was a real shock to her. She fell to her knee, one knee. She went down on one knee and started just being hysterical, saying she don't know what she's going to do, and she doesn't have the money, and that's when I inquired, and she showed me the letter. The letter, that was.
Did you read the letter?
Yes, ma'am. I read it.
And what did the letter say?
It basically said that the tumor that was located on her neck, it had a bunch of medical jargon along with it.
She wasn't about to die.
Well, it give her, it set an appointment up for her, and for a week or two after that day, and said that they was going to discuss hospice and what have you with her.
Did you see where the letter came from?
Yes, it came from the hospital, the local hospital.
Okay. She gave you that letter.
Yeah, she gave me that letter.
She gave the letter.
It was on that letterhead. Yes, ma'am.
You're not sure that it came in the mail. You just happened to see this woman. She was at the mailbox.
I didn't see the doctor sign it.
Sounds like.
No, ma'am. I didn't see the doctor sign it.
But she did. She got on her knees.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so what happened after that particular day, after the letter?
Well, I had went back to my church, and because we were looking for a new fundraising drive, and I presented it to them, and they picked up on it. And
did she know you presented it to the church?
Yes, I told her that day that I was going to try to help out.
And what did she say?
She said, "Thank you."
Where's the $10,000?
I don't have it.
What did you do with it?
I spent it.
On what?
Gambling.
Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
Where do you work?
I'm a freelance artist. I work for the community sometimes.
I need you to speak up.
I work for the community. I do art projects freelance.
At the mailbox on your knees, at begging people for money.
I'm very sorry.
They call that a pigeon dropper or a con artist. And it looks like you're a real live one. Was there a date set for the fundraiser?
Not at that time. After I met with the council and whatnot at the church, we set a date for about 3 weeks after that to get, baked cake sales, things like raffles, and just putting little plastic jugs around town with their picture and a little brief story behind it.
Just the community people putting money?
Yes, ma'am. City, community, neighborhoods, churches. There's a couple of churches that got together on it, and there was 3 community organizations that was with it.
Did you put in the money in?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I certainly did.
How much did you put in?
$1,500 right off the bat off my personal funds. That's how much I believed in their cause.
Was the defendant here aware that you raised $10,000?
She had attended a few of the fundraising events, and she knew that there was money coming in. And after about
what was she doing at the fundraisers?
She was talking to people and letting people.
What did she tell them?
Well, she was telling them something that she wanted to live, and that she had some nieces and nephews that was going to miss her. And
did they believe her?
I guess they did. They put money in the jar.
At what point did you put the money into her hands?
I put the money into her hands after the fundraiser was over with, and that was probably about a month and a half after our initial, because we had to fast track it because it was it was I should say, that she was, was terminally ill. She needed that operation quickly. So we got the ball rolling pretty quick.
She got your money and ran?
Yes, ma'am.
And you thought she was terminally ill?
Yes, ma'am. Unless she was getting the operation at the casino, that's where the money was going.
I don't think that happened.
Hello, I'm Dr. Ben Beach, a dentist at Shreveport-Bossier Family Dental Care. Our 10 doctors and professional staff take pride in making patient comfort a #1 priority in our office. We have 3 convenient locations in South Shreveport, North Shreveport, and Bossier City. If you have tooth pain or broken tooth, don't worry, just call us because we see dental emergencies the same day. We also offer the latest sedation techniques to help eliminate any fear you may have about dental treatment. So call us today at 686-7470, that's 686-7470.
I'm Cheryl Olive, President CEO for GoPump TV. And for those of you who do not know what GoPump TV is, we have the televisions at the gas pumps, and it gives you information, whether it's news, weather, or sports. Gives you information on the go while you're pumping your gas. We launched GoPump TV about 4 years ago in March 2012, and we only started with 5 locations and only 40 screens at that time. And since that time, we were able to grow to 30 locations, and that includes the market of Shreveport-Bossier, Monroe, West Monroe, Texarkana, Texas, Texarkana, Arkansas, and we'll be in Ruston next month.
Seeking a full-time or part-time job? Get started with a growing company, Red River Sanitors. Visit redriversanitors.com today and fill out the employment forms. Opportunity awaits you. Get started today at redriversanitors.com.
Did anyone at the congregation or you ever go to the doctor with you?
No, ma'am. I read a couple of reports, and
did you believe? I don't know me. I'm very curious. Did you believe that the doctors wrote the report?
Yes, ma'am. I don't look at, when things come like this, I know that common sense dictates for me to have kind of an objective view on it, but trying to help the community and helping people in the community that's in need.
So you took it at face value?
Yes, ma'am.
This woman had a disease.
A benefit of the doubt.
And that
yes,
you would help her out as a Christian duty of service.
Yes, ma'am.
And you got people in the community to help her out.
Yes, ma'am. Very much so.
So, sir, why are you here?
We got some information. It really disturbs me to say this. We have a congregational member that works at the casino, and he had come back. He was a part of the fundraising drive periodically when he wasn't working, and he said that he sees the defendant coming in there quite often smiling and happy with her girlfriends and everything. Says she's got a new convertible car, and that kind of took me back a little bit. And then I did a little bit more investigation.
And you said a month or so after the fundraiser?
Yes, ma'am.
And you thought she was terminally ill?
Yes, ma'am.
And so someone who possibly gave her some money saw her at a casino.
Yes, ma'am. Unless she was getting the operation at the casino, that's where the money was going.
I don't think that happened.
No, ma'am.
I don't know what kind of operation that is.
They cover a lot of stuff over there. Yes, ma'am. They cover a lot of stuff over there, but operations is not one of them.
So the gentleman told you that he saw her at the casino and driving what kind of car?
A new convertible car. And this was.
Did he say it was hers?
Ma'am, I guess it was hers. You know, the kind of thing about it is this was like a week after the fundraiser was over. This was in a 7-day period.
And so you had given her the money?
We're giving her the money, and then she shows up at the casino.
Did you do an investigation after that?
I started looking into it a little bit. I tried to get a hold of her. She wouldn't answer her phone. I tried knocking on her door.
So she got your money and ran?
She got the money and absconded, yes, ma'am.
Did you talk to the congregation about it?
Yes, ma'am, I did, and we just kind of look at it as the past 32 individuals that we've helped. You know, this one is not going to hurt us too bad.
$10,000 don't hurt? I mean,
well, $10,000 hurts, and believe you me, man, we could put that in a lot of better places than the casino.
So what did the congregation feel about that?
They're pretty mad. They're upset, and we pray a lot for folks like herself and stuff. See, we didn't even want the casinos here to start out with. I'm gonna throw that in there right now. We had a little kind of we protested them even coming. So you know, this all leads back to it, and I guess it comes down to I told you so.
Now, sir, I know that you're asking for $1,500. How much are you asking for?
I'm asking for $5,000. I'm representing the church. In
order to represent the church, yes, I need some type of resolution or some document saying that you are authorized.
Yes, ma'am. I am authorized. Yes,
May I see that, please?
Yes, ma'am. I have the power of attorney, and I'm authorized to be here in court to.
Are you a deacon or just?
Yes, ma'am. I am a deacon in my church, and I spearheaded the fundraising campaign along with my church and several community organizations.
I do see that you have authorization. How much are you asking for?
Well, I'm asking for $5,000.
And I'm sorry, excuse me. And you raised $10,000.
Yeah, we raised $10,000 because I'm simply asking for $5,000 for the simple reason is that. Rumor has it she doesn't have anything to start out with, so we just want some.
Well, sounds like she got a car. If she was in that car, she got a car.
You know, she got what she's got, but I'm just trying to get just a little bit of the money back so we can regenerate it into the as much as I could possibly get. Let me put it to you that way, up to $10,000. We put $5,000 on there, cut our losses. If we can get the $5,000 back.
I'm not a con artist.
What are you? What do you call it?
I have a problem. And I'm trying to get help. I know I have a problem, and I did lie.
You lied.
I did.
Let's have a recess. Be back in just a minute.
I'm real sorry this happened.
Are you serious?
You have nothing to say in this courtroom.
That's bullshit.
Excuse me?
We pray for her.
No.
Why chase trends when you can make a statement? The unmistakable Audi Q5. Experience the distinct Audi Q5 at your local dealer today.
Moffat Audi, Bossier City.
Right now, you're in mine and I own it. And you will be casting this judgment for the people, by Justice Jackie. Judgment for the plaintiff.
You may be thinking of a family vacation. Maybe you're considering a new home, a new appliance, a new car. You possibly would want a consolidation loan for your bills. We have a great 6.9% Visa card. Whatever the need, we can help. I'm Helen Godfrey Smith, President CEO of Shreveport Federal Credit Union, where we do it all just for you.
I had the opportunity to Your
Ma'am,
little
can I
homework?
just say that
Ma'am, I'm talking right now. How long have you been in this area?
A year and a half.
A year and a half. Where did you live prior to that?
A few parishes down, Vernon.
Where?
Vernon Parish.
And prior to that?
Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Any other parts of the country?
Anchorage, Alaska.
Do you own any property?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you own property?
I own a small car.
Excuse me?
I own a small car, ma'am.
Do you own any immovable property anywhere?
No, ma'am.
How many cars do you own?
Just the one.
What kind of car do you own, ma'am?
A Mini Cooper.
So your $10,000 that you received from the church, you gambled?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you buy that car? A Mini Cooper?
Yes, ma'am.
You know if you lie to the court, you can be held in contempt.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you lying?
No, ma'am.
So you're saying you have a gambling addiction, and the tumor you don't have?
I had a fatty deposit. It's like a benign
fatty. Was it taken out?
No, ma'am. My doctor said that it would
Seems
dissipate
like
on
something
its
has
own.
messed up your brain. You've lied, you cheated, you've taken money from the church. How much money do you gamble?
All the 10,000.
I'm sorry?
All of the 10,000 between the casino and...
Prior to that, how much money have you gambled? You gambled the $10,000, we know that.
I haven't gambled before that.
Excuse me?
I have never gambled before that, ma'am.
Tell you what. Sir, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
Well, yes, ma'am. You know, you're talking about a property. I don't know exactly what homework you've done, but I can't even get in a Mini Cooper. And you know, if you're going to rule,
you look mighty tall. I think
yes,
you can
ma'am. And if you're going to rule in our favor, we I guess the car to auction, and we recoup our money that way and put it back in the community. I'm real sorry this happened.
Are you serious?
Very much so, ma'am.
You have nothing to say in this courtroom.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You have defrauded the church. You have lied, full of deceit, and you think you have something to say?
That's bullshit.
Excuse me?
We pray for her.
No. That's
If
my
you can't
only
come
means
in
of
and fraud this
transportation
court-
to get myself to and from work.
She needs to go to church.
Excuse me?
You're not going to be able to talk like that, ma'am. You got one more time.
You do not use that language in this court. Do you understand me? You're going to hell.
This is not a Christian court.
You know what? Right now, you in mine, and I own it. For the people, by Justice Jackie.
Bring your home to life with beautiful flooring from House of Carpets and Lighting. Elegant carpet, gleaming hardwood, stylish tile. House of Carpets and Lighting has it all. Visit House of Carpets and Lighting, Uri Drive in Pennsylvania, in Shreveport.
Since you're lying, those lies will get a long ways. You're going to let this child grow up thinking that this man is her father. You've allowed her to call him daddy. And now that you know about the probability. It's zero. What do you plan to do about it?
Hi, I'm Summer and I'm Shreveportan.
Hi, I'm Jeremy. I'm Shreveportan.
My name is Jasmine and I'm Shreveportan.
Hi, I'm Katie and I'm Shreveportan.
Hi, I'm Courtney and I'm Shreveportan.
I'm Robert and I'm Shreveportan.
Hey, what's up, Dreamport? Just want to let y'all know I'm Valerie Delatte and I'm Shreveport.
Hi, I'm the cultural attaché, Megan Davenport, and I'm Shreveportan. I'm Madison.
And I'm Anton, and we're Shreveportan.
Hi, I'm Deanne.
Hi, I'm Yananda.
Hi, I'm Tarika. And we're Shreveportan.
My name is April and I'm Shreveportan. My name is Alex and I'm Shreveportan.
Hey, I'm Nancy and I'm Shreveportan.
Hello, I'm Ariane and I'm Shreveportan.
Hello, Mary Beth Fisher and I'm Shreveportan.
Ma'am, I know I have a problem and that's why I'm here, and I've tried to speak with him before. I offered to do community service and I don't have the money. I don't like feeling that I'm not in control of what I'm doing, and I'm sorry.
Ma'am, you say you went to counseling. You know what? I'm
Yes,
going
I have. It meets in Shreveport. It's called Breaking the Cycle of Gambling Addiction, and I've been in.
Now, did you create this yourself, just like you created that mail at the mailbox?
No, ma'am.
I don't even know this company, and I've been here 50 years.
They're on Texas.
It looks like something just been printed to me. Are you lying before court today, just to get your way?
No, ma'am. I know I have a problem, and I'm sorry, and I want to make it right, but I don't have the money to.
How sorry are you? Are you willing to give the car back?
I would give the car back, but I don't have the $10,000 to give back.
You willing to work for it?
I work freelance, ma'am. There are weeks that come by that I don't get a check, and I'm also paying the Gambling Anonymous. That's a group. It's not free. I'm paying to be there as well. I want to get better. I don't like not having control over these feelings. It scares me, and that's why I'm trying, and I'm very sorry, but if I don't have my car to go back and forth to these meetings, then I couldn't even possibly attempt to repay the church. I need my vehicle.
I just got my report back. I went over there. Did you see me? I took a recess. Did you see what happened?
I saw that you were speaking.
I ran some information on you. And you're talking about some BS. You playing a lot of BS. Not only to that gentleman there, you're trying to, like you say, BS on me, and that ain't gonna happen.
I wouldn't try to come here and BS you.
A Mercedes-Benz, and that property you talking, you have a large estate. Yes.
Your Honor, I will take that $10,000.
Excuse me, sir.
I'm sorry.
A $395,000 house, and you just scamming people with your tumors, your brain. You can't scam people. And this gentleman here just happened to be vulnerable, but not me. I do my homework, and you owe lots of people money. Not only have you taken advantage of this gentleman, you have 5 other people that you've taken advantage of. You have history. You talking about BS, you going to hell. Straight, you're gonna burn up in hell.
This is not a Christian court. This is a court for all people.
You know what? Right now you're in mine and I own it. And you chose to come here. And you will be casting this judgment. For the people, by Justice Jackie. Judgment for the plaintiff. And you get yourself together. You liar, you're a liar. Since you're lying, those lies will get a long ways. You're going to let this child grow up thinking that this man is her father. You've allowed her to call him daddy. And now that you know about the probability, it's 0. What do you plan to do about it?